video, we'll learn how to solve quadratic equation. Quadratic equation is a type of algebraic equation. A quadratic equation is any equation that can be rearranged into the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. This is known as the standard form. A quadratic equation can be solved using three methods. Methods to solve. First, we have completing the square method. Second, using the formula. And the last method is factorization. An important thing to note here is that we can't use these three methods for all questions. Factorization can only be used for some sums. Using the formula, we can use it for everything. Completing the square, again, for everything. You'd want to decide which method to use based on the question itself. Using the formula is the most straightforward and the easiest. Factorization is also really easy, but it can't be applied everywhere. Completing the square is commonly the most complicated, but can be used for everything. In this video, we'll be focusing especially on using the formula. The formula to solve a quadratic equation is x equals minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac by 2a. We can divide this equation into two parts. One part of this equation can easily tell us what kind of values we'll get and how many values we'll get. Yes, quadratic equations can give you more than one possible value. You can have maximum of 2x values. So, the part which will give you this information is known as a discriminant. And that is this. This is your discriminant. A discriminant can tell you what your x values can be and how many you will get. So we get 2x values when the result of the discriminant is greater than 0. Greater than 0, if it is greater than 0, you get 2x values. If it is less than 0, you get no real numbers. If it is equal to 0, then you get 1x value. When I say no real numbers, it means you get imaginary numbers. Let's look at the equation and try solving it. Our question is 3 plus 14t minus 5t squared equal to 0. First, we'd want to convert any equation to the standard form to make it easy to solve. So, we have to convert it into the standard form. We need to know three values. Those are a, b, and c. Which are the values right here? A, b, and c. A is a value that is next to that is being multiplied with the square of the variable. A variable in this case is t squared. And what's being multiplied with it? It's minus 5. So our a will be minus 5. A will be minus 5. Our b, on the other hand, is a number that is multiplied with just x, and that over here is 14. So 14, and then we have c, that is just a number that's being added, and that would be 3 over here. Now that we have these values, we need to arrange them in this order. Our ax squared comes first, that's minus 5t squared. So minus 5t squared plus 14t plus 3 equals 0. Right? It's in a standard form now. We now go ahead by substituting in the values in the equation. Once again, our formula is minus b plus minus square root b square minus 4ac by 2a. So over here we actually have the variable as t and not x. So instead of writing x, we can keep it as t. So our b over here is 14, so minus b would be minus 14. Minus 14 plus minus 14 squared minus 4 into minus 5 into 3. This is fairly simple. So you have minus 4 into a is minus 5. So minus 4 into minus 5 into c is 3, so into 3 by 2a. A is minus 5, so 2 into minus 5. This is all basic algebra, so it shouldn't be hard, or just basic substitution. So minus 14 plus minus. So you have your 14 squared, that will be 196. 196 minus 4 into minus 5 into 3 will give you 60. Minus 4 into minus 5 is 20. The minus minus cancel out. 20 into 3 is 60 by minus 10. And then you have minus 14 plus minus 196 plus 60 is root 256. So we can have minus 14 plus minus root 256 is just 16. So you have this. Now there is a crucial part. We have to split this equation into two parts and do it separately, because we have a plus minus. Plus minus basically means a plus and a minus. So they're saying one equation will have minus 14 plus 16, but it should also have minus 14 minus 16. So I'll just show you how it works. T equals minus 14 plus 16 divided by minus 10, and on this side we can have minus 14 minus 16 divided by minus 10. That's all there is to this. Minus 14 plus 16 is 2, so 2 divided by minus 10 minus 2 by 10, and that would give us the give the 2 value as minus 0.2, or you can keep it as a simplified fraction. And then you have t equals minus 14 minus 16, that's minus 30 by minus 10. Minus minus cancels out, and then you have 3. I put this line over here just to show you that these two things are separate and they don't have anything to do with each other. So the final answer we have is this. We can have two possible values for t that would give the output as 0. If you have the t as minus 0.2 or as 3, you will get it out and find out these values. Solve this, you will get the output as 0. These two t values will give you 0. Now let's look at another example, that is 6x squared minus 12x equals 3. Again, we need to put this in the standard form. The standard form would be ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So whatever is multiplying with the variable squared is a, so equals 6, b equals minus 12, and our c will be minus 3 if we bring that here. So 6x squared minus 12x minus 3 equals 0 will be in the standard form. So to solve this, again we need to substitute it in the equation, the formula which we have right here, minus b plus minus. So first we are gonna find x, so we're gonna have x. What is a minus b? Minus 12. A b is to minus 12 and then you have a minus, so you can put it like that for now. And then you have b squared, that is minus 12 squared, minus 12 in brackets, minus 4 into 6 into minus 3 by 2a. So that is 6 into 2. Now we can just make it 12 plus minus 12 squared is 144. So minus into minus, that's plus. So you get 144 plus 72. Your 72 is a product of minus 4 into 6 into minus 3. That's divided by 12. And then you have square root of 216. So 12 plus minus 216 by 12. So you're gonna have square root 216. You can take it as 14.7. 12 plus minus 14.7 by 12. There are better ways to do this to get a more accurate value, but we're just learning how to solve quadratic equations, so we can go ahead with this. Plus minus 14.7 by 12. Now we have this. Now we have to follow the same procedure as the last question. We have plus minus, so one side plus, one side minus. So x equals 12 plus 14.7 by 12. X equals 12 minus 14.7 by 12. (14.7) plus 12, so it's 26.7 by 12, which will give you the x value as approximately 2.225. And then you have the another x over here, so that is 12 minus 14.7, that's minus 2.7 by 12, and that will give you the x value as minus 0.225. These are the two possible x values you can have that will give you an output of 0 when substituted into the equation for x. This is all for this video. This is how quadratic equations are solved using the formula. In the upcoming videos, we'll be looking at how to solve quadratic equations using the other formula, using the other methods. And I recommend that you go online, find some questions and try solving them for better practice. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to our channel, like the video, and comment on your thoughts and doubts.